Also this morning, what we're doing, we're talking about these online games. Of course, we're all connecting virtually. Bye. And there are a couple out there. Thank you, Ty. You hear all those people out there. It's so great. A lot of hustling and bustling out at the golf course. Okay, so this morning we're talking to Brent Schlenker, our expert in online learning management systems, and he joins us live this morning. We're talking about this. Brent, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fantastic. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's nice to see your big, bright smile on this Wednesday as we're all kind of under the stay-at-home order, of course, that it expires tomorrow. Let me ask you this question. So my 13-year-old daughter has been all over this house party app. What is it? And it's a way that people are getting to connect, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. So it's similar to what everybody's been talking about, Zoom and some of the other webinar platforms and things like that. But it's specifically meant to just bring people together and to allow them to chat together online and just like we're doing here on mobile devices. So you can do it from anywhere. But the really fun thing about it is that there are games built into it. So if you get bored or if you feel like you just don't have anything to talk about anymore, you can just fire up a game with your friends and just start playing games. And a lot of the games are like your traditional games that you would play with folks, like Pictionary style games where you have to draw and guess. There's trivia games. There's games that are similar to Cards Against Humanity, which is a popular, real, tangible card game, but you can do a similar style game on these devices, and they're all built right into something like House Party. And so I have my daughter and some of her friends that have jumped online with us this morning, and they're going to fire up the drawing game for me so we can show you guys how this works out.
You know, it is really cool as we await them to fire up that game, Brent. It's cool to see how, some of the, tech-savvy companies have launched games like this where, we can still have that quote-unquote house party. Back in our day, right, house parties were like everybody come over at 7 and bring the board game and we're going to play quarters or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But times have changed.
Yeah, they have changed, and it's funny that you mentioned quarters because a lot of these online games actually do have family-friendly filters on them as well. So you can either have your adult version of the online party games, or you can dial them back a little bit and turn on the family-friendly filter and make sure that it's good and safe for your kids.
That's so true. I love this, by the way. This looks so cool that you can play Pictionary on here. Real quick, we have about 30 seconds left. Can we chat real quick about some of the games on Zoom, if folks are more comfortable with that platform?
Yeah, so there aren't actually any games on Zoom, but what you can do is, so I use, play a game, there's lots of games on Jackbox. I don't know if everybody's heard of that. If you remember when they created You Don't Know Jack, they've created a whole party pack. And what you can do, and they even have a tutorial online where you can fire up those games online and then turn on Zoom, and all of you can play together while you're on Zoom. So you're mixing two technologies, and it could be a little bit trickier for some, but in general, it's really easy to do, and it makes it a lot easier, especially when you can't invite people over to your home to enjoy those same games.
Oh, Brent, thank you so much for chatting with us this morning. And thank your daughter and her friends, by the way. They look like they're having a great time on House Party. Oh, yeah. Be well, be safe, friend. Thank you.
I will. Thank you. You the same.
Thanks, Brent.